Hello and welcome to Chapter 6, Lesson 11. Today we're going to be dividing decimals by whole numbers. So let's get started. Okay, here's our first example. There are 8 4/10 meters left on a roll of ribbon. Nancy wants to cut the ribbon in half. What will be the size of each piece of ribbon? So cutting something in half, like there's a really good strategy called the 10 and 2 strategy. So if I replace this with 10 and 2, I have 10 meters left on a roll of ribbon. I want to cut it in half. Okay? I'm going to divide it by 2. Like if I have 10 and I'm cutting it in half, I'm dividing by 2. So whenever we hear cut in half, we need to think to ourselves, okay, you want me to divide by 2. So I have 8 4/10, and I'm going to divide it by 2. First, we should estimate. 8 4/10 is about 8, and if I look at my 2, I know it's going to go into 8, so I should get an answer around 4. So our first step here, place the decimal point directly. That's why it's so important that we're keeping our work neat. Sometimes directly above, when we get really messy work, we don't know where that is. So please, when you do your work, grab a piece of graph paper. I bought some more, and so we've got plenty of graph paper at school. Grab some graph paper, and that will help your work to be nice and neat. Okay, anyway, so we place it directly above the decimal point in the dividend. Okay, so our dividend is under the house. Okay, so here is my decimal point. I'm going to just move it up. First step, put it there because it's easily forgotten if you don't do it first. Divide as with whole numbers. Okay, so we move it up, and that's the only thing different, guys. So I'm going to divide my tens. 8 divided by 2 is 4. 2 times 4 is 8. Subtract, divide, multiply, and subtract. Bring it on down. Bring it on back, divide. 4 divided by 2 is 2. Multiply. 2 times 2 is 4. And subtract. Notice how I did nothing with that decimal point except move it up. That's all I did. Okay, just like with multiplying decimals, we did nothing with those decimal points until the very end when we put it where it belongs. Okay, so really, dividing and multiplying decimals is not any different except at the end where you put the decimal point where it belongs. And in this case, it belongs directly above where it started. Okay, so 8 4/10 divided by 2 is 4 2/10. Notice every time I put my decimal point in there, I say the word and. So that's how we should be speaking about decimal points. We shouldn't be doing 4.2. This is 4 2/10. Each piece of ribbon will be 4 2/10 meters long. Use multiplication to double check. So if I have 4 2/10 multiplied by 2, 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 4 is 8. Then I have one spot to the right of the decimal, so I bring my decimal point one spot back, and I get 8 4/10, which is what I should get because that's what I started with. All right, let's try another one. Find 6 54/100, or $6.54. Divided by 12. Round to the nearest cent. Okay, so this whole round to the nearest cent, we're not going to do anything with that until the very end. So first, let's divide. So we place our decimal point directly above. I'm going to do 6 divided by 12. Oop, can't do that. So I'm going to do 65 divided by 12. Okay, so I know that's 5. 12 times 5 is 60. If I subtract, I get 5 down here. Bring it on down. Okay, 54 divided by 12 is going to be 4. I'm going to subtract 48 because it's 12 times 4. 54 minus 48. 14 minus 8 is 6. Bring it on down. 60 divided by 12 is 5. Multiply 60 minus 60 is 0. So my answer, guys, is 545 thousandths. Have you ever seen money written this way, with 3 spots to the right of the decimal point? No, and that's why they put this in there, round to the nearest cent, so it makes sense. Okay, so I always see 2 spots to the right, so I'm going to round to the hundredths place. I'm going to look at that 5 there. That 5 tells me I need to round up, so I need to add 1 to my hundredths place. So when I round this, I'm going to round it to 55 cents. Okay, so $6.54 divided by 12 is going to be, oops, they already have the dollar sign, 55 cents. Use multiplication to check. Here's the multiplication. Notice, no decimal points. The decimal points disappear until the very end. When you say, okay, I've got 3 spots here, bring it back 1, 2, 3 spots, $6.54. Okay, let's try a couple more here. 48 and 33 hundredths divided by 3. Okay, my first step, move that decimal point up, put it right there. Okay, here we go. 4 divided by 3 is 1. 3 times 1 is 3. Subtract, bring it on down. 18 divided by 3 is 6. 3 times 6 is 18. Subtract, bring it on down. 3 divided by 3 is 1. 3 times 1 is 3. Subtract, bring it on down. 3 divided by 3 is 1. 1 times 3 is 3. Subtract. So my answer is 16 and 11 hundredths. So again, notice the only thing I did with that decimal point is move it straight up, and then I'm just dividing like normal. Let's try another one. 8 and 8 tenths divided by 2. 8 divided by 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. Bring it on down. 8 divided by 2 is, oh, what did I forget? First step, so we don't forget about it. Okay, 8 divided by 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. Subtract. So my answer is 4 and 4 tenths. Okay, I have one more thing for us to think about on the next slide. Is the quotient, so is the answer of this division problem, of 9 and 3 tenths divided by 15 greater than 1 or less than 1? And explain without calculating. Okay, so if I were to round 9, I would round it 9 and 3 tenths, I'd round it to 9. So if I'm trying to divide 9 into 15 little pieces, I can't do it, guys. Can't do it. Well, I can, but it's going to be less than 1. And I know that because my divisor is larger than my dividend. If I would have done 15 divided by 9, well, I can do that. If I have 15 things and I'm dividing into 9 groups, I can do that. It's not going to be even. It's going to be a decimal. But if I have 9 apples and I'm trying to divide them among 15 friends, I'm going to have to cut them and give the friends less than 1 apple. I can't give them 1 apple because I only have 9 apples and I have 15 friends or 15 groups. Okay? So this one, I know it's going to be less than 1 because my divisor is greater than my dividend. If I were to write this like a fraction, because I can do that, 9 and 3 tenths over 15. Okay, and this shows me too, this is a proper fraction, besides the decimal. We'd like to get rid of that, but this is a proper fraction. The numerator is smaller than the denominator. So it's just like 1/2, right? Is that less than 1? Yeah, it is. So that's how we know that 9 and 3 tenths divided by 15 is going to be an answer of less than 1. It's going to be a decimal. Okay, so anyways, that's all that I have for you today. I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching.